Hello, in today's video we're going to be talking about polishing in video games, more specifically mechanical polishing. Do you know what coyote time is? For those of you who do not know, coyote time is basically an extra bit of time you get to jump even after you fall off a platform. The reason game devs add coyote time to their games is to make the game feel more fair. That doesn't actually mean it is, because it is actually rigged towards the player. However, from the player perspective, it isn't rigged. It's responsive. This is because human brains are slow and we don't realize that the player is unable to jump until we fall off the cliff. Anyways, I'm sure most of you guys already knew about coyote time. However, something I didn't think you guys knew is that you can apply the same principles of coyote time to the rest of your game. Let me give you an example from my game. In my game, you have a basic dash attack and a melee attack. My game is a very zippy game, so I wanted the player to be able to zip close to enemies, attack, and then retreat. When I was first playtesting this design, it is difficult to dash at an enemy, attack, and then run away. However, I have included a few mechanics since then that made it easier to pull this move off. The first thing that I did change is how the attacking works while you are dashing. I found that I clicked the attack button too early while I was dashing, and the move missed, so I made it so that anytime you click the attack button during your dash, it will store the button press in a variable. Then, after the dash finishes, the game will automatically attack for you after the dash is finished. This makes it much easier to perform the dash part of the attack, now to fix the retreating part. So, assuming you perform the first part of the attack correctly, you will have dashed close to the enemy and performed a basic attack to hit them. Now, my game has a mechanic where after you hit an enemy, your dash instantly refreshes. So, something player would consider doing from this state is dashing back away from the enemy in order to avoid taking damage from an enemy counterattack. The biggest problem I had during playtesting when I attempted this move was that whenever I tried to dash away, I would sometimes end up clicking the dash button before I was able to turn around, so I kept running into the enemy through dashing. So, how was I supposed to fix this problem? I could make it so that after you attack an enemy you turn around. However, that would make it difficult to hit enemies several times. Sometimes when you have a complicated problem, you need a very precise solution. So, I made it so that after you attack, there is a half-second window. During that half-second window, if you click the dash button when you were facing the same direction as the player attack, the game would automatically turn you around during your dash to make sure you dash away. This should not mess with anything else, because the only reason you would dash while right next to an enemy you can attack is because you wanted to dash in the opposite direction. Now, I want to make something clear. Just because I added all of this stuff to make this move easier to pull off, that doesn't mean it does not require skill. The player still needs to space themselves correctly so that the first dash they do not run into an enemy, along with having situational awareness in order to determine if the enemy attack will hit them during this attack. Here's a fun fact. You can perform this action only with the attack and the dash button. You can hit the dash button and then click the attack button while you are dashing. Then once the dash has finished, you can click the dash button again to dash away. Even this move is technically easier to pull off, it still feels amazing when you do. Especially since the player doesn't know that we actually made the game easier for them. So, the moral of the story is that if you feel like something in your game is too hard, consider increasing the window the player has to react to get it correct. This will make your game feel smoother, more responsive, and more fun to play. Anyways, now that you have this knowledge, I have a small favor to ask. It would mean a lot if a few people could go over to my itch page, test my game, and leave some feedback. I want feedback specifically on the mechanical polish. While I could do this myself, the truth is I have tested this game enough times to the point where I probably have become accustomed to the jankiness. I need someone with fresh eyes and reflexes to look at it. It would probably only take 10 minutes to try it out and leave some feedback, and additionally the game is playing in your browser, meaning you don't have to download anything. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I'm really only going to be posting devlogs for this game on this channel, so please like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date on it. Thank you for your patience. See you next time.